ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, welcome to the FTP Podcast number 17. As always, just a little heads up, we'll be talking about NFL training camp updates, best coach. We got a lot of news and notes, some other things. I'll probably get on my soapbox about something. I normally do. All right, let's get this thing started and rolling in the right direction.
This is the FTP Podcast.
All right, let's start off with NFL training camp. It's that time of year. Everybody's working. Everybody thinks they're a Super Bowl contender. Let's start things off, shall we? All right, Geno's jaw. As always with the New York Jets, it's never just a peaceful off-season. Geno got his jaw broken by a teammate after a fight over what they're saying is a plane ticket. It's just a messy situation. You can't just sneak the quarterback. It's not all right. All right, Kevin White will miss at least 6 games after having another surgery. That's not good for the Bears. I like Kevin White coming out in the draft. It never hurts to have a big receiver, and they already have Alshon Jeffrey. So 2 big receivers? Yeah, buddy. All right, Phillip Rivers got the deal done with the Chargers. 4 years, $84 million contract extension. Pay the man. Plays well. Good quarterback. Good quarterbacks are hard to find. Yes, like it. All right, Eric Berry has returned to the field after battling cancer. Everyone's happy to see him. Even the opposing teams have been welcoming him back to the field after a battle like that. This is one of the great stories in sports right now, and we want to give a big welcome back to the field to Eric Berry as well. Vikings right tackle Phil Loadholt tore his Achilles. He's out, and he's a guy that, people forget about offensive linemen, but he's a big road grader, man. He opens up running holes for that offense. He's one of the reasons why there's such a threatening running attack. That's a big loss. Big loss. All right, Jen Walter, Arizona Cardinals coaching intern, and NFL official Sarah Thomas both participated in an NFL preseason game. The women became the first females to hold their positions. That's big time, and I think as you can see, there's more and more women trying to get into this and stuff getting going, and this is just opening more doors, creating more opportunities in the sport. All right, moving right along. Best coaching candidate. All right, this is supposed to be, they want me to kind of get all up in arms, but I'm not going to do that for this. Honestly. All right, best coaching candidate. Obviously, there's some great options right now. I mean, you can talk Coach K, Calipari, Jim Harbaugh, Nick Saban, Urban Meyer, Les Miles, everybody. I mean, as a Saints fan, I might want to throw Sean Payton's name in the racket, but he ain't really cut the salt yet for all that. But, you can make an argument for a number of these guys. Belichick, look at what he's done with the Patriots. I mean, despite the cheating allegations since he's been there, a win is a win. And if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, as I always say. So I can't hate on the man. He's done his thing. Definitely Hall of Fame, future Hall of Fame coach. But, the guy, the number one coach in sports right now, in my personal opinion, has to be Coach Popovich. You have to look at what he's been able to do with the San Antonio Spurs since he's been there. You have to look at his body of work and the amount of wins he's been able to pull off. Look at the guys that they've pulled from nowhere and turned them into players, and the guys that leave San Antonio and basically become afterthoughts in the NBA. That's why I think Coach Pop is the coach in the sport right now. I think he is on the upper echelon and the guy. I mean, and really, if you look at the NBA, the Spurs are the lone small market team that has been able to consistently make an impact in the playoffs and win championships. It is very rough for small market teams to attract big stars. Now, obviously, they did get Tim Duncan, and they did have David Robinson prior to that and with Tim Duncan. So all those things helped. I mean, having a guy like the Admiral. What more can I say? But I'm not selling Coach Pop short here. I think he is the best coach in sports right now. But that's just me. And people say I'm crazy. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with some news and notes.
You have to remember one thing. In high school, there's fights in the locker room. College, fights in the locker room. 32 teams in the National Football League, there's fights in the locker room. The only reason why you're hearing about this one is because this guy sucker punched Geno Smith and he never had a chance.
The thing that bothers me the most is we're not going to be able to have our coaching staff evaluate Geno until almost the middle of the season. And it's probably going to postpone what might be the inevitable when it comes to parting ways with Geno.
Aside from being the captain of an aircraft carrier, there aren't many more lofty positions in our society than the starting quarterback at an NFL team. There's only 32 of them. How does a rookie, no-name player even have the nerve to speak to an NFL starting quarterback, much less challenge him, much less sucker punch him? Tells me one of two things. Either Geno Smith completely lost that locker room and this guy thought he could get away with it, or Smith really said something so crazy that this guy just lost his mind.
Well, I'm dying to find out what happened here.
This is the FTP Podcast.
Looking up, it's gone.
This one smoked into center. Another base hit by Matt Kemp.
Hits that one well to center field. Kemp going into second base.
High fly ball into right center field. Gave it a long ride, that's for sure. Going on back, Blackman off the wall, and he is on the move. That ball's in play. Got a chance for three. Kemp goes into third with the first cycle in San Diego Padre history. He saves the tough one for last. He gets the triple in the ninth inning. Not a bad Friday, Matt. Not bad at all.
All right, time for some news and notes. James Harrison announced on Facebook that he is proud of his kids for receiving awards, and he's going to be returning his kids' athletic participation trophy because he wants them to understand nothing is given to them, it's earned. Now, this is something I can easily get on my soapbox about because I 100% agree. Participating is great. You know, you showed up. You get a hand clap, you get a pat on the back. But you're expected to show up. It's like James Harrison said, one of the things, he wasn't given his NFL career. He had to work for every bit of it. And, you know, giving a kid a trophy for showing up, that's like saying, well, you did what you were supposed to do. That doesn't deserve a pat on the back. You're supposed to be there. If I show up to my job on time, nobody's going to give me a trophy. Congratulations, you are on time today. I'm expected to do that. That makes no sense. And you need to instill in kids early the importance of hard work, the importance of dedication to something, and the importance of just really working hard for what you want. I want to say winning, but you know that's another conversation entirely, especially with sports and the devalue of winning with different things. But I'm not going to touch that because that'll get me going for like 20 more minutes. But I really think that, you know, participation is great, but I think that's what you are supposed to do. I don't go to the dentist and they don't give me a pat on the back and a gold star saying, well, you brushed your teeth this morning. That's what you're supposed to do. And that's, you see what I'm saying? I don't think that you should, just because he participated. Great, he was on the team. Yay. No. Because you could be on the team and not know the playbook. I've had plenty of football teammates that have lacked completely, you know, knowledge. They showed up to practice and were clueless and actually slowed practice down. Had no idea what was going on. They were just there. For some strange reason, they showed up. There were actually days where, you know, people were slowing down practice. I'm sitting there hoping, I wish you wasn't here. So that's just me, though. Participating, great, and that's fine and dandy. Don't a trophy for it? No. I don't think so. You don't get, you know, and I think that's part of the thing. I know they say, oh, well, we don't want anybody to feel left out. Well, if he ain't do nothing noteworthy, I guess he just got left out. We let him participate. It's fun. We were glad to have you. Work a little harder next year, and you'll get a trophy. I'm crazy, though, as everybody always says. All right, moving on. Vernon Adams is now eligible to play for Oregon. He completed his degree at Eastern Washington earlier this week. Adams will take on the challenge. Ooh, and these are big shoes to fill. He has to replace Heisman Trophy winner and now Tennessee Titans starting quarterback Marcus Mariota. Now, I had a conversation about Adams in Oregon just the other day. You know, some people are looking at them as possible national championship contenders. My opinion, I'm not real thrilled about a guy who hasn't had an opportunity to throw to his receivers this late in the game. Now, I'm not saying that he's not going to be able to come in and play relatively well, but am I expecting him to blow the lid off the joint? At least not early on. It's going to take him a few weeks to get in sync with his receivers. And, I mean, that's part of it. He has not had the opportunity. And I'm sure these guys are going to go and put the time in and put some work in. But, regardless of the amount of hours you cram in, nothing can make up for those lost reps over these summer months and through training camp. Nothing can make up for that. I mean, let's just be serious here. It's plain and simple. But eventually, I think he'll once he gets comfortable, he'll be good. All right, this one I don't really want to talk about, but we're going to go ahead and just mention it. Michael Sam announced via Twitter he's stepping away from football. He cited mental health as a reason. He was taking time off. He was playing for the Montreal Alouettes. I have nothing to say. He didn't make it in the NFL. He was a subpar athlete. Moving on. Snoop Dogg's son, Cordell Brodus, is hanging up the cleats. He's decided he's finished with football, but he's going to continue to pursue his career in film at UCLA. After all that, with the show and everything, he hung up the cleats. Whatever. UCLA's been struggling with these, with rapper sons this offseason, haven't they? After the whole Diddy thing. All right, now for our moment in sports history, we always have time for this. 1999, Tiger Woods shoots a .277 to win the 81st PGA Championship. That was the first of 4 PGA Championships that Tiger won. Too bad he can't find the winning mojo now. I don't know where that Tiger went, but that guy's long gone. Too bad. We'll see. Maybe one day. All right, thanks again. As always, we appreciate you listening. Stick around. Come back next week. You can find us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Type in From the Press Box. We'll pop up. Twitter, FTP_tweets. Everything else is at From the Press Box. We'll keep you entertained. We promise. And we'll be back with number 18 next week. See you.